Okay, so once you have your strap, find a comfortable position where you'd like to begin. So we move onto our back. So if you can stay in a seated position with me, just to begin with, that would be amazing. But as always, listen to your body. If even sitting up for a few minutes is too much, honor that, because there's no need to struggle, basically. And then allow yourself a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back and down to open through the heart. Keep the shoulders down, lengthen through the spine and gently firm up through your core. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth as you close your eyes. One more round this way, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So continue this way. With every exhalation, imagining any of the stress or tension leaving your body. You can add as much sound as you like, anything that gives you that sense of release and relief. And then when you're ready, breathe in and out through the nose. So notice your physical body as you consciously redirect your attention inwards, noticing any areas of openness, constriction, which parts of you need your love, tender and care. Become aware of the flow of your breath. So using your breath as an indicator of how your day has been, what kind of energy you brought on the mat today. Whatever you encounter, whether we're talking about physical sensations, how your breath is, or any thought patterns or emotional feedback, use it just as an opportunity to observe. So no judgment or criticism is needed. Even if you feel like you're not the best version of yourself, just acknowledge that and find compassion for yourself, because nothing happens in the void and you are doing the best you can with what you've got. And you can set an intention for the practice now. It could be anything, starting from how you would like to feel. Speak about it in the present tense. So I am calm. I am motivated. I am compassionate towards myself, first and foremost. And then take a deep breath in, right into your heart space. So illuminating your intention, inviting more of that energy in. And then gently breathe out, squeezing your abs at the end to push out the remaining air. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. Deepening, breathe in, slowing down, breathe out. Three more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. And in this quietude, take a moment to note how you're feeling. If conscious breathing has impacted anything, has altered how you're initially feeling when you sat down. Again, just observing and becoming aware. And then drop your chin towards your chest, keep the shoulders down, and just stay here for a moment. So breathe into your shoulders, into the back of the neck, your upper back, and your core is active. And then roll your right shoulder towards right ear towards the right shoulder. And then stay here. So continue breathing deeply. And then through the center, dropping the chin towards your chest, gently go to the other side. And then stay. So accept any levels of tension or tightness with the same ease as you find any movement that feels accessible when you notice space in the body. And then moving fluidly as you exhale, drop the chin down and then go to the other side. Inhale here, and then exhale, go the other way. We'll do it 3 more times each way. With each exhalation, releasing some tension. And then come back to the center, lift your head, and then lift your chin up, so opening through the throat. You can gently roll the shoulders back and down, so finding spinal extension. Take 2 breaths here. Notice how it feels around your heart, around your throat. Maybe open your mouth wide. Releasing the jaw. Then bring your head back to the center. You can open your eyes or keep them closed, whatever you feel drawn to. As you inhale, sweep the arms overhead and lengthen through the spine. So just stay here for a moment, see if you can reach taller. So you like lifting the spine out of the pelvis, gaze up, breathe into your chest. And then as you exhale, right hand down and lean into that side, grounding down through the left hip. So the bicep is by your ear. See what angle makes most sense today. And then we start mobilizing through the upper back. So inhale here and then exhale. Gently bring the arm down, but you want to feel the movement around the left shoulder blade. So we're not just folding. You can stay up high, but you want to feel the movement in your chest and your upper back. So twice more. Inhale up. Exhale. Come down. Breathe in. And out. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Here and stay. So again, 2 breaths, breathing into the back of your lungs, towards the left shoulder blade. And then as you inhale, gently come back to the center and pause for a moment, feeling the left side of the body. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead again, reach up tall, And then exhale, go to the other side. So move slowly, keeping the connection between the sits bones and the mat. So like you're anchoring yourself. Open up the spaces between the ribs with each inhalation. Your core is firm. 2 more breaths. Inhale and then exhale. Gently round through the upper back. Feel your right shoulder blade this time. Twice more. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, around, and then stay here. 2 breaths into the right shoulder blade. Strong reach through the fingertips. And then gently drop the right arm and bring yourself to the center. So now do gentle rolls. So first of all, just feel your hips keeping the contact with the mat. Well, we're gonna go a bit larger now, but first of all, you just want to feel like your hips moving and the lumbar spine coming up to your mid back. And then you can make the circles bigger by keeping your both sits bones down. You can push the chest forward for spinal extension and then round your back for flexion. Stay grounded through the hips. A couple more circles. Notice how that movement feels in your body. And then gently come back to the center. And then we reverse. So starting small, so just your hips and the lower part of your spine. The Coco really wants to do yoga with us today. And then bigger. And go as big as you like, just making sure that you keep the contact with the mat. Breathing consciously. And begin to make the circle smaller. And then come back to the center. Then roll the shoulders back and down. So go beyond the comfort zone of your shoulders. And same when you drop them down. Then forward and down. Then bring the hands to your shoulders. Draw big circles with your elbows. So rounding the spine and then extending it. So inviting spaciousness into the upper back. And then round your back, bring the elbows forward, like as close as you can. You can drop your head, so chin to your chest, and breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Your core is active. Soften as you exhale. Reach out through your elbows. And then as you inhale, open the chest so you can bring the hands to the back of your head, elbows to the back of the room, and breathe into your heart. So you can give yourself a gentle massage with your thumbs or however it feels comfortable. So the space is just underneath the bony bits in your head, the occipital ridge, maybe moving down the neck towards the shoulders. Just for a couple more breaths. And then gently release your arms. Then bring the right arm, hand to the shoulder, lift the elbow, and then gently guide your elbow behind you You can find a gentle side stretch as well if you want to. And then bring yourself back to the center. Keep the right elbow lifted. And then with the strap or without, internally rotate the left arm so you can bring it behind you and you can clasp the hand that's behind your shoulder blades. And breathe. Notice what's happening in the shoulders. So the right one is an external rotation. The left one is rotating internally. And then here, find some mindful movement. Maybe go from side to side. Notice how that feels. Maybe roll forward. If it feels good, you can open through the chest. So just a couple more breaths. When you're ready, come back to the center and gently release your arms. You can give them a little shake to reset. And then the other side. So just starting with opening through the left shoulder. You can lean or stay and breathe. Perhaps you feel that this area has opened already as we were doing side stretches. Inhale, come back to the center and then bring the right arm behind. See if you can clasp the arms. If not, use a strap. And then check what each shoulder is doing. Breathe. And then if you want to stay static or move, one side might feel a lot more awkward or more open. See if you can just assess and get that felt sense of what's going on in the body rather than adding a story. Because of course, unless you're ambidextrous, we are dominant on one side, so it might feel tighter than the other. But see if you can just feel it instead of thinking about it. And then gently release. So shake it all out. Come back to the center. So switch the cross of the legs, and then inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. It's going to stay here for 5 breaths. So using your proprioception, feel if your shoulders are stacked over the hips, and then look, and then adjust if you need to. Breathing in, you open through your heart. As you exhale, deepen. So only if there's space, if the body's inviting it. Otherwise, just stay where you can and control your breath. See if you can surrender. So finding a deeper acceptance of any pain, any areas of constriction, any weakness or lack of energy, because that's where usually we struggle the most. And then when you're ready, bring the head to face forward, and then the rest of the body. If you want to, you can shake it out. Then inhale, arms overhead, and then exhale, go the other way. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bring the left shoulder blade towards the right. And just you and your breath. So 5 breaths. Feel the sensations. Notice how they unravel. Any emotional feedback. With the next exhalation, bring your head to the center and then allow the rest of the body to follow. Then come over onto your hands and knees. Do some quick cat and cow. So as you inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, round. Inhale into cow. Exhale, cat. Breathe in. Breathe out. So twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to the center. And then you lift your heels of the hands, keeping your core active, gently lower. So we're strengthening the wrists. Then go at your own pace. If you need to, you can walk your knees a bit closer. If you find it easy, you can walk your knees a bit further away from your hands. So stay with your breath. Try to move them the same rate. One more time. And then tuck your toes under, make your way into downward facing dog, just to feel what's going on in the back of the body. Press through your thumbs and your index fingers. Corset your ribs, draw your navel in. Stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Send your breath to where you feel limitations and constrictions. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then drop down to your knees, press down through the left hand. Inhale your right arm up, maybe gaze towards the hand if you want to. As you exhale, thread the arm through and drop your shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Use your core to stabilize. Exhale, thread. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, thread, and relax. If you want to, you can extend your left arm, slide your hips to the right. Notice your shoulders, your upper back. So these are the more obvious areas where you'd feel sensations, but your reality might be very different. So it's okay. Notice what you feel and where. Take one more round of breath here. And then if you want to, you can extend your left leg out. So this time you do need to use your core. If you want to, you can lift your left arm up and notice what's present. If you really want to try something, then lift your left leg. So stay here, embrace the wobbles, and only go as far as you can manage it. It's okay if you topple over. And then gently lower the leg, the arm, and then push yourself back up. Let's do this on the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down, and stay. And notice where you want to go, what you want to do with your arms. Slide your hips to the left this time and drop your right shoulder down. One more round of breath. And then if you want to, extend your right leg, so keep your foot flexed. If you want to take it further, lift your right leg up. So use your core. And then if you want to, lift your right arm. So keep pushing down through the left shoulder. And then when you're ready, you can lower the hand first, then the leg. And then gently push yourself back up. Then inhale, make your way into downward facing dog. And then Exhale, gently roll over into plank, so rounding through the upper back. Bend your knees, push back into down dog. And then into plank. Inhale, down dog, with this wave-like movement. And then exhale into plank. And then inhale into down dog. And then step your feet forward, cross the legs, and then sit down. Extend your legs in front of you and grab your strap. So keep the feet as wide as the mat. Reach your hands forward, and then we're warming up the core, slowly rolling ourselves down. So start with your pelvis, the sacrum, and the rest of the spine. Draw your knees towards your chest. Keep them together if you can. So using Uddiyana Bandha, so pulling the belly button closer towards the spine so you can sandwich yourself. So breathing into your ribs and into the spaces that we freed up through lateral stretches is essential, because we can't really breathe into the belly, right, if it's engaged. And then inhale, lift your head up and bring it towards your knees. So turning yourself into a tiny ball. Hold it here, squeeze your abs, squeeze your glutes. For 3, 2, 1, and then gently release. Take a moment to rest here. And then lift up. This time, if you can, keep the arms straight, squeezing the legs, pressing the arms into the legs, forehead towards your knees. And we hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently release. You can bring the feet down. Take a deep breath in and out. So keep the feet as wide as the hips. And then the lower back is pressing against the mat. And then inhale, lift your shoulder blades off the mat. And just stay here. Maybe keep the hands over your knees for now. For 3. Keep drawing the belly button in. For 2. 1. Gently lower. Take a moment to rest. And then we lift up. This time hands are hovering above the mat. Use your core so we're not straining the neck. And then you tap your right ankle and then left. So 10, 9, 8, 7, relax your face, 6, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1, arms over the knees, hold it here, lift a bit higher, for 3, 2, 1, relax. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. So releasing any pent up energy. Hands graze the back of your heels. Feet are parallel to each other. And then as you inhale, lift your hips up for bridge. Press the shoulders down, squeeze your glutes, roll the thighs in, and stay for 3 breaths. If you feel like it aggravates your lower back or any other part of the body, just like any other posture, then just skip it. What your body's telling you is more important. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, gently lower the hips down, draw your knees towards your chest, maybe rock from side to side. Okay, then grab your strap. Left foot is down to begin with if you want to. Straighten the right leg, Engage your core and allow the right thigh to settle into the hip socket. You can always extend the left leg, but keep it active. And then stay here and breathe. So utilizing your ujjayi breath perhaps, because it's naturally grounding and it helps to lengthen each part of the breath and thus communicating to the nervous system that it's okay to let go and release some of the holding. So deep and slow breaths in and out into your chest. Four more breaths, so enjoy them, enjoy this moment. And then hold both ends of the strap with the right hand. And the leg is moving like it's one unit, starting with the foot. So roll it out and then open it out. Go as far as you can, keeping the left leg and hip down. You can keep the left hand on the left side just to remind you to stay grounded. And kick out through the right heel. Also feel the energetic opening in the hips. Firm up your core. 3 more breaths. Soften your forehead, your jaw, and then gently bring the right leg up. Switch your hands. Make sure the left leg is straight for this one, and then gently bring the leg across. If you want, you can add some foot movement in the right leg, if it feels okay. We want to keep the right hip down this time. So 3 breaths here. Notice what's present, so physically. But often if there's a lot of tightness in the body, it can be some strong emotional feedback. So acknowledge if it's anger, resentment, irritation, that, emotions have so many flavors, even if the basic ones are like 5. So just become aware of what you're dealing with right now. Bring the leg back to the center, rebend the left leg, and release the right. Straighten both, give them a little shake and pause for a moment. So perhaps there's like a stream of sensations going down the right leg, or there isn't that much going on. So let's switch sides. Just starting slow, whatever you do, whether it's a meal, relationship, I don't know, workout, take it easy and start slow. So check what's going on in the left foot, activate through the right leg. Keep the shoulder blades rooting into the floor and arms fairly relaxed. So we're using the hands, but don't need to keep the arms rigid. So have a little play, especially as you're arriving in the posture. So 5 rounds of breath. So savor each breath, each moment. When you're ready, grab the strap of the left hand and then slowly begin to externally rotate your left hip. So the weight of the leg might want you to go down a bit further, but go where you can feel the stretch alongside of the inner left thigh, perhaps the groin. So instead of going to your end range of motion, you take yourself out a little bit. So this way you need to use strength to maintain this position, but also in its lengthen, like so the muscles are in the lengthened state. So that's the dynamic flexibility. That's the key. Or that this is what yoga encourages or embraces in the practice. 3 more breaths here. And then gently lift your leg back to the middle, switch your hands, staying rooted through the left hip. Gently bring it across as far as you can. That you're still in control of your breath and feeling what's going on. Three more breaths here. Maybe move your left foot a little bit if it feels appropriate. And when you're ready, lift your leg up, rebend the right, release it, stretch both of them, give them a little shake, and then pause. So see if you can tune in to check whether the sensation kind of evened out across both legs. And then draw your knees towards your chest and then squeeze. Then we roll up and down 3 times. So chin to chest and up, balancing on your sit bones. And one more time, and then come up. Shins parallel to the mat. Maybe extend your arms, hold underneath the knees. Gently tilt your pelvis back, but lift the center of your chest up. And then we hold it here for 5 breaths. Relax the shoulders and your face for 4. Taking deep breaths, remember. 3, for 2, 1, and then roll up and down 3 times. So let that part feel good. So it's like you've already forgotten about those 5 breaths in Navasana. And then one more time, balance here. Cross your legs at the shin, feet are flexed, and then leaning, hinging up the hips, come into a forward fold. 3 breaths. Lengthening through the upper back. And then inhale, lift up, roll onto your sit bones, and lift your legs up. So Navasana, if you want to, you can straighten the legs. I'm going to do it a couple more times, extra. So pace yourself. 5 breaths. 4. Mind, like the Pacific Ocean. 3, 2, 1. Roll up and down 3 times. Quickly balance and then switch the cross of your legs. Again, feet are flexed and then gently fold. With each exhalation, surrender. Allow your torso to be heavy, your shoulders are relaxed. One more round of breath. And then inhale, lift up. And then we find Navasana. So find your version. You can always just hold the back of your knees. And breathe for 5, 4, 3. Just acknowledge if it's hard and keep doing it. 2, 1. Then roll up and down. So 3 times. So balance and then cross the legs again. Gently come into a fold. 2 breaths this time. And go one more side to do, or like one more round. And then inhale, lift up. So now perhaps you want to find a different variation since it's the last one. You can become a power boat and you can straighten the legs for 5 breaths. Lift your heart up. For 4, use your core, but have fun as well. 3, I know it's hard, I'm doing it with you. For 2, for 1, and then come into a canoe shape. So the lower back is down, legs are lifted, draw your navel in, hold it here for 5, 4, squeeze your glutes, 3, 2, we're nearly there, 1, and relax. So take a full body stretch. And then one more time, roll yourself up. Promise, no more boat pose. Tuck your feet under, and then make your way into downward facing dog. Settle here and breathe. And then with your right hand, grab hold of your left ankle, slide your hips to the right, and then switch. So left hand, right ankle, hips to the left. Back to down dog. And then bring your right knee behind your right wrist, move into pigeon. So use any props you need to. Alternatively, you can come to the supine version, which we all know and like. So you can have a little wiggle. One more time, open through your heart, activate the posture, and as you exhale, come down. So surrender here and breathe out through the mouth, add a sigh. Congratulate yourself. You've done it, especially those boat poses. Regardless of how well or how badly you think you did it. You did the best you could with the resources and energy available. Allow yourself to soften. Take 2 more breaths here. Releasing whatever you need to from the right side of your hip. As you inhale, begin to peel yourself off the mat. And then bring the left arm, left leg across. So feet parallel to each other, hands behind you, but fingers pointing the same way as your feet. Roll the shoulders in, and then as you inhale, use your core, lift up for reverse tabletop position. So you want your knees to be over your ankles, Push the hips up. If you want to, you can drop the head back if it feels good for you. And breathe. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, gently lower your hips, tuck your feet under, and then make your way into downward facing dog. This time, left knee behind the left wrist, and make your way into the pigeon on this side. The lift up, pushing down through the fingertips, and then when you're ready, lower into any position that's conducive to relaxation. And just simply allow yourself to be. Three more breaths. You don't need to hold. You don't need to hold any tension, hold on to any emotions, just like your breath comes in and out and it's fluid. So are emotions, just let them pass through you. And then when you're ready, gently lift yourself up. This time bring the right leg through, and you can either do the Parvuttanasana version that we've just done, or hands the same position. This time legs are extended. You need to activate your core. Keep your legs straight and then push down. So you push down through the balls of your feet, lift the hips, hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips. Keep the legs straight. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, come into a fold. So if you've got the strap handy, you can use the strap to make this posture a little bit more accessible, but focus on using your core to access a deeper fold. So 5 breaths, breathing into any tight spaces, holding space for all the emotions that surface up, becoming aware and acknowledging any thoughts that arise and letting them go. When you're ready, slowly stacking the vertebrae, lift yourself up, roll the shoulders back and down a couple of times, and then coming into Gomukhasana. So the right leg is over the left. So I often like to come into this posture from like all fours, because then I find it allows me to access, so cross the legs a bit more deeply, and then think your right hip down and see what's going on. So you can also just come into cross-legged position, just any way you feel that you can find the balance between effort and ease, which is manifested by the flow of your breath. So if you're really struggling, then it means you've gone a bit too far, and perhaps it'd be better to take it out a notch. And then you can stay here if you want to. This left arm up and right arm behind. Open through the chest. And we're going to mix it up a little bit. So release the arms and bring the left arm underneath the right. So for Garudasana arms, maybe double wrap or give yourself a bear hug. Squeeze the legs together if you need to adjust. Drop your shoulders and lift your elbows up. Either stay here or you can fold over the legs. 3 breaths here. And then inhale, lift up. Gently release your arms. Bring the arms to the left. And then lift up. And then spin. Then you land on the other side. If your brain is like, what? Not today. It's fine. Just start from tabletop position. And this time left leg is across the right. So settle, take your time finding grounding and how your body feels on this side. And this time, right arm up, left arm behind. Inhale. Exhale, sink your left hip. One more breath. And then gently release. And this time, right arm underneath the left, double wrap for Garudasana on this side. Slide your shoulder blades down. Keep the hands away from your face. Observe what your body is saying on this side, kind of sensations arise. If you want, you can lean forward and come into a fold on this side. Keep rooting down through the left hip. And soften, relax as much as you can. Two more breaths. And then slowly release the arms, lift up, and release your legs. So you can bring them in front of you, gentle shake, and then keep them bent, and then bring them from side to side, like windscreen wipers. Then drop them to one side and stay there. Invite some gentle movement here if that feels okay. And then go to the other side. And then again, stay. Maybe find some movement in the hip. And back to the center. Find a comfortable seated position. We do pranayama before Shavasana. So make sure you're comfortable. Gently tilt your pelvis back, lengthen through the spine. Your ring finger in the right hand closes the left nostril. Close your eyes, breathe in through the right. Nice and quiet breath. Close the right, exhale left. So empty your lungs using your belly. Inhale left. Close it, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. So release the mudra, the hand position, and breathe naturally. So Anulam Vilam. And then when you're ready, gently make your way onto your back, using any props you like to make yourself a little bit more comfortable, a little bit nicer, more luxurious, so you can relax. You don't want to be cold. Perhaps you've got an eye pillow. More than welcome to use. And then curl your toes, clench your fists. So invite as much tension into your whole body. Breathe in. And then hold it. Hold it for as long as you can. And when you can't anymore, let it all go. Maybe take a couple of deeper breaths in through the nose and sigh it out. If there's any more tension, frustration, or stress that wants to be released. So sighing is a natural detoxification process in our body, but then also it gives that mental relief. And then give yourself permission to relax. Resolve to remain still and become aware of all and any sensations running through your body. And bring your awareness to your fingertips. Bring your awareness to your heart space, so just at the level of your heart. And become aware of sensations at the level of your heart, just above your body. Now drop your awareness inside your body at the level of your heart and notice what's present. Become aware of how your body's feeling after the practice. Notice if there's been any emotional shift. Check in with any thought patterns or the fluctuations of the mind. Just simply allow yourself to be right here in this moment, using your breath as an anchor. I encourage you to stay here for at least a couple more minutes. Thank you very much for your practice with me, and I'll see you next week.